Here's another late development, and this news keeps coming in as we're talking here.
It seems like we've been rudely interrupted by a former booth boss who was late to the party. I don't enjoy throwing shade, or I don't enjoy making people feel less than, but we'd like to send a special thanks to our booth boss, Keisha, for being on time. For
she was early. She was here before we was here.
Being somebody that we can depend on. Oh, hey, Nafi, how you doing? What's up?
already making demands about her Pokemon.
Oh yeah, if you want the Pokemon, if you want the avatar, wait, where's the avatars on this screen? Let me bring them up here. If you want one of these lovely avatars, you got to go on Twitch. If you go on Twitch, it's all set up for Twitch right now. Shout out to my homeboy, just jumped in there, Nostalgia Shy. What's going on, bro? I appreciate you jumping in here. He's a little Cinequil. I appreciate you jumping in here. It's an easy setup. There's a button you can press, and you can pick your own thing. I am clearly Haunter, but for all you normies out there in the world, you are going to be Kid Boo for the meantime. But that was a good story. Good story. Where are we going next?
I like that.
We going
straight to the
oh my God,
Curry situation.
The Patriots.
Or the Patriots? Let's go to the Patriots.
We're gonna play this. We're gonna play this clip first. So, do we want to get a little caveat, or are we gonna just story and then? Do we need to get people up to speed, because it's been a week.
All right.
A quick one. Intro the show first.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Identity Booth. That is Heero, and I am the Boy Wonder. I actually changed my name to ET Facts now. I'm no longer the Boy Wonder. We are the amalgamation of the Identity Booth.
Ooh.
And you are here because you're identifying with us. But I am also here to introduce our story for this evening. We have a historic thing that has happened in our country, and it is a second impeachment of a former president. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you did not see the shenanigans that were going on last week, you don't understand that the Senate acquitted Donald Trump, former Donald Trump, of any charges that were the Senate was the whole legislative branch was trying to bring against him. So here is the issue. Heero and I definitely disagree on this point, only because I care about the Constitution more than I care about anything or anybody else when it comes to this topic. But we do agree on the GOP. We definitely agree on the GOP. So without further ado, Heero, go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage.
This is
57. Painful. The nays are 43. 2/3 of the senators present not having voted guilty. The Senate judges that the respondent, Donald John Trump, former president of the United States, is not guilty as charged in the article of impeachment.
There's no question, none, that President Trump is practically and morally responsible for provoking the events of the day. No question about it. The people who stormed this building believed they were acting on the wishes and instructions of their president. But in this case, the question is moot because former President Trump is constitutionally not eligible for conviction.
So right there, if we can just say that, just keep in mind, for all the people that will say that he's not constitutionally able to be removed, they voted on that. They had scholars view on that. There's precedents of people being removed after being charged. And this was all elegantly stated by the managers on the Democratic side. But in a nutshell, Mitch McConnell is going to say all this shit, all this damning shit, but still not have the balls to convict. So what the fuck is he talking about then, right? What's the point of having him say all this nonsense when he knows he's not going to vote with his values? So there's two things that we can take away from this situation. One, the GOP is a bunch of cowards. And they're a bunch of cowards not because of their inability to vote, but because they will go and attack and persecute the people who did do the right thing. We had 7 Republicans side with the Democrats to impeach. We have footage, new footage, that shows that several congressmen and women were feet away, seconds away from running into a mob that was chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." And they still voted against their value. People like Ted Cruz should have ran it. People like Ted Cruz should have ran into the mob. Ted Cruz thinks that the mob is his friend. I bet you they would have beat his ass if they caught him.
Oh yeah, you notice those people did not attack the police, but they would have curbed.
I mean, they did attack the police. They 2 officers died.
How?
One officer was beaten to death.
Where was I? Must have been under a rock for that one. I don't remember seeing.
And then one committed suicide, and then one succumbed to his injuries in the hospital. There was 7 deaths in total.
Yeah, and why are there no charges? Where are the I need to see some charges against these people. This is absolute foolishness. Like, and again, you're supposed to be the GOP, the grand old party, the one who's for law and order and for justice, and you run into a federal building, you bludgeon Capitol Police. Like, that makes zero sense to me. What does that prove? That makes you no different than the people. Oh my goodness, that makes you no different from the people that you complained about last summer incessantly on the news. Like, you have to be better than that. I mean, I know maybe that's asking a lot, but you just and some decency and just take your L. Like, take your L. I'm sorry, you got to take your L. I don't think it's ever going to be acceptable for a group of people who have grievances. And the thing is, the Constitution says, for a redress of grievances, but that means you stand outside and yell about your grievances. I don't get it, but maybe I don't need to understand. Maybe I don't. But all this
you're asking a lot,
GOP,
bro, to try and understand madness. Like, that's a lot to ask.
It just seemed very hypocritical to me that you wag your finger at a group of people for an entire summer, Antifa, BLM, and then you literally go out and mimic the behavior that you say is reprehensible. Like, as Heero would say, the balls of you. Like, it's just stupid to me. It's just stupid. And I need to see some convictions, bro. I'm sorry. I want to see some people in handcuffs right now. Right now. Where is the FBI? You know the FBI is pathetic. When they got I'm driving down Greenville Avenue here in my hometown, and the FBI's got billboards up inquiring about people having information about that. Literally, there's thousands of cell phone videos, and you guys can't aggregate all of that and figure out who was where when. Like, y'all are pathetic. Pathetic. This is why nobody trusts law enforcement anyway. Y'all are not gonna get to the bottom of this. I promise you, if y'all had made arrests immediately, jokers wouldn't be out here doing the kind of crazy stuff that we see. But now they are emboldened. Why? Because Trump's acquitted. That's a whole nother thing. I don't care about that. But the people who were out doing this foolishness in the name of whatever, they need to be taken out back and whipped. Strung up by a tree and whipped. That's what I say. But that's just my opinion here on the Identity Booth. We don't necessarily advocate for violence, but we need a whipping stick. Where's the switch? Where's grandma with the switch?
All right,
They used
but
to wear some.
okay, but I mean, to Eric's point, we know that they're trash and we know they're bad. But now there's this notion that they're about to separate them. Okay, guys, look, we're gonna move past this. We're done dealing with Trump. We're gonna wash our hands of this. Do you see the GOP cleaning their hands of this? Is there ever a scenario now where Trump is not attached to the GOP?
For the foreseeable future, no. And the only way that they can ever move past him is somebody young, vivacious, and more aggressive, more zealous is going to have to raise up and take his spot. And it cannot be somebody that looks like Trump. It's going to have to be somebody that looks like you or I, or somebody Hispanic. It's going to have to be a marginalized person so that they cannot lob these attacks at that person like they did at Trump. You know what they need is a black female midget to run. So now there's also a non-heterosexual. That's the only way the GOP. They need the most marginalized person that they can find, so no one can come at them and say anything negative about them. It's not gonna happen. It's not. That's I know I made an absurd point, but on purpose. It's not going to happen.
But they would benefit from it, and that's the thing that, like, there's no shortage of there's somebody out there that's willing to shill for the cause. We got the Candace Owens, the Brian and Tatum's, that one dude that be screaming in the camera all the time. Like, we know there's no.
What's that loser's name? The Amazing Lucas.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that clown. Anyway.
We know there's no shortage of people there. So, like, where do we go from here? You know, like how do we reconcile this situation without wasting any more time? Because there's now state, like, and I think the best way for us to do it is to take it from a state perspective, right? Like, let the state deal with this situation. Let the state take it. Georgia has already brought up charges for voter intimidation and voter fraud for him calling up the governor or the state legislators and telling them to change votes. Similar in Arizona, similar in Wisconsin. He's going to be pushed out of Tampa Bay, I believe, because they don't want his if you guys don't know, because
his community doesn't want him in Mar-a-Lagos, but good luck with that. Good luck with that. The homeowners association is going to have to buy him out.
And
good luck pushing the former president out. I mean, they tried to do that here in Highland Park, University Park, when W came. You know what happened there? W came in. They were like, nah, we don't really want him here. We don't really like that. You know what he did? He went into a cul-de-sac. He bought a home in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and then he forced the person on the left and the right and behind him to sell. And now he owns all of those houses, and nobody bothers him. That's how this.
But I also feel like Trump has a lot more financial issues that he's not really prepared for. Like, straight up, like, he's going to have to deal with a plethora of cases. He just got done with this impeachment, and I found it very strange that he took no time out to explain how he's going to pay these lawyers, even though this was the easiest case. I could have defended Trump as I was telling everyone he was guilty. But, like, I don't think Trump's capital is going to outlast the Democrats' long play, which is you don't need to get him impeached. You just need to prove that he's a felon. And I think one of these cases are going to be able to prove it, because we literally have him on record on the phone stating he might not go to jail for it, but he's never going to run.
I mean, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I don't have any confidence. I mean, if this was any sign to us, I just don't think that this is going to happen the way they anticipated. And they had to know that. They had to know that this was going to go to the Senate and was going to get crushed. I don't know why they assumed that. I don't know why they assumed that this is going to be any more than just a political a blip. So 15 minutes, and then it's going to be on to the next one. The thing is, Buddy's blocked and silenced on everything. I just heard Parler's back, so maybe he'll get on there and start popping off at the mouth. But as soon as he does, to take them down again. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see who emerges from the rubble. We'll see who emerges from the rubble, man. What happened? What happened to that ugly face that we just had up on the screen?
Oh, she's still there, but I mean, she's a talking head paid to say things that people don't like. So why would we punish our viewers? They can look at us while we talk about her. I don't see how people are going to rebound on this. Like I feel it's just oddly strange to me that now that Trump's out of office and our COVID numbers are going down and things are looking up, they went back to the caravan, they went back to the wall, they went back to 10 years of Reagan politics. Like, I just don't understand how people keep falling for this. How do people keep falling for like these constant like L's that are clearly being handed down to them? And not to drive safe. Texting and driving.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down.